to the economic calendar for current news. A couple things happening for major news. Um, so 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, harmonized index of consumer prices. That's for the euro, I'm guessing it is. Is that just Germany? And then the consumer price index year on year, and then also for the euro, the ECB monthly report. And so that's it for upcoming news. Let's see. So going on to okay. Let's see here. So the daily for the dollar index. Okay. Um, this okay. Hey Ray, I'm going to go on to NetDania so we can kind of cover what we spoke about earlier today in the Traders Dojo with the dollar index
Okay.
and the other markets.
Alrighty.
Give me 1 second, guys. Sorry about this. I'm just getting started here. So something interesting that Ray and I noticed today in class, if I put an overlay over here of the Dow 30, there's something pretty significant that we noticed. Let's see here. So we'll go to the indices, and then the U.S. indices, and the Dow 30. We go hit add. While you're on that, Dan, this will add an overlay of the Dow 30. And so what we notice is over here you can see it's divergent, obviously. You know, when the index moves down, the Dow moves up, and so forth. But when you get right here to February 24th specifically, it becomes convergent, which means that everything lines up with each other. And so normally, as Ray has told us many times, that you know, the dollar index is got an inverse correlation of the major indexes. Only right here it does not. And so, you know, last couple of weeks, Ray has said, you know, there's been something going on with the market where it's been out of whack, and this is the reason why right here. It's following the major indexes have been following the dollar index almost perfectly here, as you can see on this chart from here, from like February 24th up until, let's see, I think it was right here on April 1st, or even right here to April 3rd. As soon as April 3rd happens, you can see the dollar index heads down into its downtrend where it goes into its level of demand here, and then the the Dow takes off and goes to the upside. So it looks like the markets are out of whack, or coming back into their normal behavior here, as you can see right here, as the Dow heads up and the dollar index heads down. So that's just something kind of interesting that we notice here. But the real root underlying question is, why did it do that? And so that is the main question, and pretty big question for that. So just something to keep in mind. And then we also agreed that when the dollar index and the major indexes are convergent of each other, which means that they're together, you have to trade on price action alone. So if you guys see this, then that's, you know, you can't rely just on the dollar index and major indexes being divergent of each other. You have to trade on price action, which is why technical analysis and understanding price becomes more important. So that's my spin on that. And so I'll go into, we already covered news, so I'll go into Bloomberg right now and check what the markets are doing. Does anybody have any questions about that, by the way? Okay.
Nope. No questions.
Okay, so major indexes right now are bullish on the stock futures, and so we can anticipate, based on what we saw here, bullish move up to the upside. And so that's it for the news and macro fundamentals. Does anybody have any questions about any of the news or macro fundamentals?
Nope.
No, no questions. Did your screen change, by the way, Jason?
What's that now?
Did your screen change to the news? I didn't see it.
News. Just I mean, it's just what I had on Ray's site.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah, go on.
It was that was
Yeah.
the current news, or the um the upcoming news.
Okay, cool.
So here
Thank
we
you.
go. If you want to go over just the Forex factory and look at today's Wednesday. So for 9:30 we have the Aussie employment change unemployment rate. Thursday for the dollar we have unemployment claims, and then Friday is a big day for the dollar as well. We have core retail sales month to month, purchasing price index month to month, retail sales month to month, preliminary what is that? UOM, I forget what that is. University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment, and then we have another Fed announcement from Bernanke as well on Friday. So that's it for the major news. And that's it. That's all I got.
All right, let's go through and have a look and analyze, please. Using M1, M2, and M3. Let's check it out in all time frames, please.
Let's see. Can you give me a moment to get? I got this new demo account open. Can I have a moment to get this up and running?
I muted myself. So let's start off with the euro dollar. Just loading the screen. Okay, what happened yesterday? Okay, what we can see here in the current candle or yesterday's candle is that there's some form of a stabilization with the doji happening there. So some stabilization before it may continue to the upside, or it may even do a little bit of a retracement before it may continue to the upside, since what we can see right here is that the primary downtrend line has been broken. And a few days in a row, 1, 2, 3, 4, few days in a row that bulls were in control, creating higher lows, higher highs. Where will it retrace to if it wants to retrace? It's quite easy. We'll just do our retracement, fib retracement indicator, and it may retrace to about this level right here, the 38%, which is 129.78, which is also, as we can see here, a very good demand level. So it may retrace a little bit to this level before it may continue to the upside to higher levels. Or it may even not want to do that. As we can see here, buyers again are trying to push it back up in today's candle, even if we can see that it's a red candle, but they may even also push it back up depending on those reports on the Eurozone. If they're quite good, then they will probably just try and push this further to past the 131 and then heading towards the 132. So they could also do that as well. So there's no M1 setup at the moment for on the daily chart. On the 4-hour chart, let's look at the 4-hour chart. 4-hour chart, you can see that retracement happening there, and now our lower 2 for that continuation to the upside with buyers in control. Okay, on the 1-hour chart. 1-hour chart, okay, nice retracement right here as well, lower lows, lower highs. Now breakout to the upside with buyers in control as well. Another stabilization candle happening here before it continues to the upside. So yeah, on the 1-hour charts at the level of supply at the moment. Okay, on our M2, on the daily chart, M2, it's on the overbought area, so there could be a possibility of an M2 setup right here. Nice doji formation here. If this candle right here closes below or at least 50% of this first candle right here, that's a nice evening star formation for M2, and then we'll play it to the downside for a bit of a retracement. Okay, on the 4-hour chart. Four-hour chart, there's no setup, and the 1-hour chart. Okay, currently there could be a possible setup. This is in the overbought area. Nice doji formation there. This candle finishes like this in the next 45 minutes. You can wait for another candle, and then you can trade this as well to the downside. But sellers are now taking it further. So we'll see what happens at the end of the 1 hour. Okay, M3. Let's look at what's going on with M3. M3 still to the upside, still a big gap between the 8 and 10, so that's a possible retracement right there, that just to touch the 8 and 10 before it may continue, but there's no exit yet for the long position. And on the 4-hour chart, 4-hour chart, different story. So this upward long position has now been closed with this candle right here as the second one. So that would have been a trigger to go short and still playing to the short side at the moment, giving you another opportunity here as well to go short. The 1-hour chart. 1-hour chart's also a different story. This short position right here is now closed by this second candle above the 8 and the 10. It's also now a trigger to go long on the 1-hour chart. This is another one that's giving you another opportunity. So if it is closes in the hour above the 8 and the 10, then you can also enter this for the long position as well, and then you can make up to at least up to this level here, which is also quite good, at least 40-50 pips to the supply level. Any questions with the euro against the dollar?
All right, no questions. Thanks, Anne. Let's go through and check out with Jason. Beautiful.
Okay, cool.
Ray, what was that last pair that ended?
Euro dollar.
Euro dollar I did.
Euro dollar. Okay. So there's the pound dollar. Looking at the weekly. So it looks like it's in a little bit of consolidation here. We have lower highs here and higher lows here. And bears are currently in control of the price as it consolidates up to the next level of supply. Our target here potentially to the 38.2% before retracing back down to the, or in the retracement before moving back down to the downside. Pretty strong bearish movement right here. For the daily, much of the same. Current trend is up on the short-term side. Overall trend is, let's see here, pull this back a little bit. Kind of same. It looks like it's about in consolidation. We have higher highs here and then lower lows here, and as price continues to consolidate up to the upside here, with the bears in control. Let's see, for M2, nothing really for M2, no setups, unless, yeah, no, there's no setups for M2. For M3, could have got in here, or maybe even on this candle, but other than that, no setups. Let's see, for the Euro Yen on the weekly, still strong, with the bulls obviously in control here. Broke past this level of supply right here. As it moves up to the upside, next level of supply would be up about this range right here. And that's for the weekly. For the daily, looks like it's some sell-off going on here with the bears currently in control. A little bit of loss of momentum here as you see the size of these, the strength of these candles slowly starting to decrease. Overall trend still up with higher highs and higher lows. Looks like a little bit of a retracement here. But then again, price breaks out through this range right here. And breaks through even with the gap moving out of the that level of supply. So forming a new higher high. And that's for the daily. For M2, potential reversal here. Looking for that evening star to form, and then we can go short on this trade. We're going to have to wait for the next day or so, next 2 days, for this to form, continue forming in the next day, and then we could potentially have an M2 trade with that overbought there. For M3, already broke out of the 10 and the 8 clearly here. Strong bullish run up, and so nothing there. For the dollar yen on the weekly, like the last pair with the yens, pretty much all of them are real strong still. Bulls in control, in an uptrend. A lot of strength to the upside, with no sign of any slowdown at all for the weekly. So continuing on, if you're still long this trade, awesome. It's doing very well. For the daily, starting to slow down here with some sell-off going on again, just like the last pair. Still overall uptrend right here. Large gap here, so apparently that gap will have to fill sooner or later, and it looks like it's starting to slow down, so it might be a good shorting opportunity here with the next couple of days or so. And then for M2, same thing with the last pair. This pair is overbought right now, waiting for the next day to 2 days to see this candle arrangement form. If we can get another evening start here, maybe another shorting opportunity as well. M3, again, same with the last pair, it looks like it's overextended right now. Missed the buy-in here for the M3 entry to go long. Let's see. Pound yen. Very similar to the rest of the pairs, the yen quote pairs. There's a level of demand or supply right here. Clearly broke out. Strong bullish movement to the upside, with no sign of a slowdown at all. And then like the other pairs as well, starting to taper off on a daily. Um, with the bears in control, we'll have to see. Wait for tomorrow as well with the other pairs to see how this candle will continue to form, if it forms up to the upside and continues up its trend to its uptrend, or if it starts to show a slowdown right here. We'll have to wait and see. Could be potentially shorting opportunity, as is the same with the rest of the yen pairs. For M2, same thing as before. We're waiting for this setup here with the evening star to short this. If so, it would be a good shorting opportunity with this pair currently overbought. For M3, same arrangement as the other two, with it well out of the 8 and 10, or well above. And so here was our entry right here, and it's appearing right now with the bears in control that at this time is showing a slowdown of momentum and potential reversal, but we'll have to wait for the end of the day to watch that. Let's see. For the Aussie yen, same thing. Here's our level of supply right here. Clear breakout again, as this with the other pairs as well. With the daily, same thing. Overall trends up. Still, here's our level of supply right here again. Clear breakout of resistance there. And as with the other dailies for the yens, potential slowdown here with the bears in control. For M2, overbought, and we need to wait again for the next 2 days for this candle to form and for the next candle to form to see if it would be a good shorting opportunity as well for M2. For M3, same thing. Huge breakout of the 8 and the 10 moving average, with the potential slowdown here as well with the bears in control. Dollar Swiss. Okay, so on the weekly, price is consolidating a bit here. Here's our supply and demand levels. So equilibrium is probably right about there. And so with the bears in control, price will continue to move between this range here, and here's our level of demand right here. So already missed the opportunity to short here on that with the daily. Good supply area right here. Price tested this 1, 2, 3 times before reversing down to the downside. Bears clearly in control right here as price continues to move downward. Overall trend here is down as we look at this with lower highs and lower lows. And this is for the daily. Right here. And with the bear still in control, looks like it's coming into a level of demand right here as it gets ready to retrace at this level right here. Could be a potential short-term long position to go here to pick up on this retracement before returning down to the downside, where we have our next anticipated movement would be to create another lower high and then continuing down to create another lower low right there. So it's a potential move that we could look into for going long temporarily. For M2, this pair is currently oversold right now. Pretty decent arrangement right here of candles. Have our V formation right here. Depending on how this closes, if this can close and keep that low where it's at and close up to the upside, that would be a good potential to go to go long. For M2. M3 missed the boat here. This would be our entry right here, and it's got pretty good movement already to the downside. Missed the majority of profit here if you hadn't entered this already. Let's see, Aussie dollar on the weekly. Okay, so we have a huge supply area right here. Here's a level of demand here. Bulls are in control. And this price is consolidating as well with lower highs and higher lows. And as it gets ready to test this level up here at the 106.07 area right here. Actually, let me raise this a little bit more right there. Okay, and so as we talked about in the Traders Dojo earlier today, that a potential shorting opportunity once it gets to this level within this range right here. And we'll see on the daily as well. And it looks like it's already started to move in that direction as the bears have taken control of the price. Go here. And as the trade alert came in today, good opportunity to short. I believe there were some reports that came out on the Aussie dollar earlier today, and it was an immediate 30 pip move to the downside. So if you had shorted that earlier, that's congratulations. It's already begun its move downward. So here's our new level of supply right here. And we can anticipate a movement of, go fib on here real quick. So here are our levels for our fibs for that move back to the downside. Okay, and then for method 2, potential move to the downside on a shorting opportunity depending on how this candle and the next candle will form. It's overbought currently, and if this can stay above the 80 line, that could be a good shorting opportunity. For M3, huge move up, broke past the 8 and 10. We're on the third candle now for entry. It looks like this gap is going to have to fill before this price can continue to move up to the upside if it chooses to. If it does, potentially a good opportunity still to get in here if it can fill that gap and stay above the 8 and the 10. Okay, Euro Swiss on the weekly. Okay, so it appears right now that it's in a bit of a consolidation as well with lower highs and higher lows. Basically right here is our low. Well, first our low is here, and then our next higher low, and then our next higher low, and then here's our high, our swing high right here actually, and then our next lower high, and then lower high. So bulls in control right now, price consolidating for the weekly. For the daily, same thing, we have lower highs and higher lows here. Price is consolidating over here with the bears in control. Not much, let's see here. Retracement level here if you chose to go short on this one. There would be your levels right there. Okay. and with price consolidating on this pair, just to make it a little bit more objective. There you go. So here's where we can anticipate price movement going to either the fib line if it chooses not to go past the, or chooses to go past the fib line. Here's where our floor would be right here with our next level of demand. If not, it'll retrace back into either the 38, 50, or 62% and then move back up to the upside. For the daily, for M2, not really any setups right now. Price is not really overbought at this time. For the daily for M3, potentially good setup here. Depends on if this price can stay above the 8 and the 10. It's filling in this gap right here. And so if it can stay above the 8 and the 10, good potential to buy in here within the next day or two. For the Euro Pound, weekly, for M1, overall trend here is up. Some little bit of lower highs right here as this retraces, coming back up to the upside. Bulls in control, coming off of a level of demand right here. This level of supply would be right here. So probably too late to get in at this point for M1 on the weekly. With price potentially moving back up to the next level of demand or supply, excuse me. And here's our retracement value for that. Already touching the 38%. Okay, daily. Overall trend is up again with you have lower highs but yet higher lows again, and bulls in control right now of price as it continues to the upside here on the short term. And so there we are for the daily. Okay, level of demand would be right here. Here's a level of supply. And go. For M2, barely overbought. Both lines about at the 80 line. No real setups here. Although, let's see here. This is the high on that 85.58 and 85.59. So about 10 pips higher than on this candle compared to this candle. So not much, but still could be a potential M2 if this current candle can close below this candle here. For M3, no setups here for M3. Already missed the boat here. For the Kiwi dollar, for the weekly, same thing. We have higher lows and lower highs here. Level of supply is here. In this range right here. Clear breakout of the supply area as bulls have control clearly right here for up until about this range. There, that's on the weekly. No evidence of any slowdown or loss of momentum at this time as price continues to move to the upside. For the daily, much of the same. And here actually we have, this is actually an uptrend. We have higher highs and higher lows here. Higher highs, higher lows right here. Price clearly breaking out of the this level of supply here. Very strong, moving up. Let's see if I can find another level. And so it looks like our next, let's see, we've broken up past that. There's a high right there. Next level of supply is right here at the 86.66 mark, and that's for the daily. And then for M2, way too strong for any kind of reversal right now. This candle still hasn't formed, and it's still pretty strong as well. Silver bought, but still making its bull run up. For the daily, same thing, very strong pair right now. For M3, you missed the boat. If you entry would be right here, and it's run away right now. For the dollar CAD, for the weekly, much of the same. As the price consolidates, you have lower highs and higher lows. Again, actually draw some trend lines on that. Let's see. Okay, price is consolidating with the bears currently in control right now. There's a level of supply. Our next level of demand right here. Could be right here. And that's for the weekly. For the daily, currently in an uptrend right now with the short-term downtrend right here. Here. Pretty strong movement to the downside with bulls barely in control right here. Prices tested the secondary downtrend line, tested it but didn't hold. Sellers pushed the price back down. Bears regained control, and now dojiest type candle here as the as price continues to consolidate down to the downside into this next level of demand. For M2, no setups at all. It's not oversold. No candle setups as well. For M3, could have bought in here with 2 out of the 8 and 10 to the upside. However, price is currently, or bears in control. So basically just waiting for the exit, which would be tomorrow if it can close down below the 8 and the 10. And basically this is down in a downtrend, so not a great trade. And then finally, pound dollar on the weekly. Overall trend is down, continuing down with the bears in control. So level of supply right here, level of demand. As price continues to the downside. Yeah, and then so for the daily, same thing. Overall trend is down. Price looks like it's consolidating on the near-term side. Here. And here. Potential setup to go long on this on the upside here as we come into this level of demand, bulls in control right here up until this retracement up to here, or let's see. So there's our values for the retracement. No setups for M2. Stochastics are in the middle of the range with no candle setups. For M3, if this can stay closed below the 8 and 10, this will be a potential to go short. And that's it for the pairs. Anybody have any questions? Nope. Okay.
Yeah, I have a question on the euro pound M2. You said there's a possible setup?
Actually, no, that's not a setup because we need to have this candle low or this candle high. Oh, yeah, okay, so the reason why I said that was because the high is a little bit higher here, 85.59 compared to 85.58. So it's slightly, this candle is slightly higher than this candle. If this candle can close, the current candle can close lower with a lower high than the middle candle, then it could potentially be a setup. Not the greatest setup, but
I don't think that's a setup at all, Jason, in my opinion. So it should be an evening star. Is it forming an evening star, in your opinion? Because we're going short, right?
Going short, but it has to make a V formation, and the way it does that is this candle is lower than the middle candle, and then the third candle is lower than the middle candle as well.
Okay,
Although
well,
it's not a perfect setup.
the first candle that you're looking at. Is that a doji, or is it what's the definition of an M2?
Well, it's not. It is a doji. I mean, it's kind of like a spinning top doji or whatever, but it's not a perfect setup. I don't know.
No, yeah, there is no setup there at the moment. So I think you still need to brush up on your M2, in my opinion.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Good call. Okay, excellent. We'll definitely practice more of that on Monday at the Trader Dojo. Yeah. Okay, excellent. And then also difference between a doji and non-doji. Yeah. Okay, cool. What else? What else did you see? Okay, on my end, there's a lot of improvement definitely in your analysis, Jason, so which is great. Except just little minor things. That's pretty much it. It's just tweaking, but that's pretty cool.
Yes, analysis is very good. Like you are spotting the trends now, which much better. but I think you need to slow down a little bit on drawing your trend lines and putting your horizontal lines as well, and really looking at where is the significant supply-demand levels.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're just
I know
rushing it for
because,
some reason.
well, yeah, I am. And the reason for that is because we only have an hour, and if I sit there and try and like perfect everything, it's going to go over time. So I'm like trying not to like take too much time per pair, I guess.
But
is what's going.
if you really, yeah, once you are, once you can spot them, it goes quicker. But yeah,
Okay.
yeah, maybe in your own time, just okay. So where is really the next major supply area? Things like that.
Okay. Yeah. It just takes. Yeah. I just need to keep practicing.
Yes, but
Excellent.
yeah, very good. But doing well, getting better.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Yeah. No
Not a
problem.
problem. Yeah, in terms of the objectivity of drawing the trends, that's an easy fixed problem, but yeah, pretty good. All right. Yeah,
Thanks.
definitely that was an improvement. Well said. And so you're paying attention. Pretty neat.
Thanks, Anne.
Other than that,
No worries.
sorry, Jason, is there anything from what you see or what you saw, any potential trades aside from what we already looked at today?
I mean, I went through them so quick. I was kind of like just going through them just to go through them. But I mean, other than the trade alerts, those are the ones that I'm in right
Got it.
now.
But from what you analyzed today, nothing.
Nothing right now. No.
Okay.
I think it's a potential on your pound Aussie. You did a good analysis on M1 there, actually.
Okay, let's see. So, okay, let me go over it again then, just to make it straight. So, let's see. So the weekly, bears clearly in control right here. It's headed to a level of demand right here. And so for the daily then, oh, okay, yeah. So we talk about as far as the retracement here. Here's our level of demand right here, and as price continues to move up, we head towards the 38% line, 50%, 62% as it nears the secondary trend line. So we're looking at maybe movement towards this area right here before moving back down to the downside.
Correct.
And then continuing to its lower low.
And if you notice as well, the lows are higher.
They are.
Yeah, so that's a good M1. Good level of demand as well.
Exactly. But as long as price doesn't break through the secondary downtrend line, I anticipate price moving back down to the downside as trend supersedes supply and demand.
Correct.
So yeah, that's it for the M1 trade for the pound Aussie.
Cool. Nice. Well done. Alrighty. Any questions for Jason tonight? Nada? Cool. Okie dokie. Nah, you did a good job, man. If no questions, you did a good job. Alright, guys. You have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.
Cool.
Okay, see you
Thanks,
tomorrow.
Ray. Thanks,
Take it
Ann.
easy. See you
No
guys.
worries.
Bye.
See ya. Bye.